Hello friends, this is Grandmaster Eugene Perelshteyn for chessopeningsexplained.com, and today I want to share with you one of my recent games against none other than Larry Kaufman, who is probably well known to everybody as the author of the Komodo Chess engine. Now, Larry Kaufman is a grandmaster, but he's most dangerous in openings. So this is a principal battle for me because I get to play my pet line against the most principal way in the Alapin, where white tries to play knight of 3, c3, winning the center. So let's take a look. After the moves e4, c5, knight of 3, g6, Larry plays the most popular move c3, trying to gain the center. Bishop g7, d4 takes, d5, very important move, guys. I hope you remember it by now. And here white has two sort of main plans. One is really toothless, you can say, plan to take, but black is going to probably get that pawn back with dividends and have an IQP to work with. And the other more aggressive plan is the move e5, which is by far the most popular move. So bishop g4, bishop b5, and here a very important move, knight d7. I really like this move, and I actually presented to you this idea many videos ago. So here he castles, e6, knight bd2, a6. It's very nice to ask this bishop his intentions. Are you going to go to d3 or e2? Now, if the bishop goes to d3, you can play knight e7, and after h3, not necessarily take the knight. Instead, you can play bishop f5, and if bishop takes, knight takes, you kind of achieve the dream position, right? You got the perfect pawn structure without the bad French bishop on c8, whereas this guy is really passive. So that's why Larry plays bishop e2. Well, knight e7, h3, takes. Here at least, white has the bishop pair. So the author of Komodo really loves the bishop pair for a reason. Long-term static advantage for white. So I have to somehow play around those bishops, and the key here to know what black's plan is. In this game, I illustrate perfect plan for you guys to utilize to neutralize those bishops and get excellent counterplay on the queen side. Knight c6, bishop e3, castles rook c1, and now queen b6. The idea is twofold. Put pressure on the d pawn and the b pawn, but most importantly, I want to connect the rooks, play rook c8, and then activate the bishop. It's not really doing it on g7, and then put pressure on b4. So here, queen d2, rook c8, white is faced with an unpleasant choice. b3 will result in bishop f8, and after bishop a3, I will win the only open file, whereas a3 results in weakening those light squares, and knight a5 is going to take care of business. Very annoying move indeed. So Larry plays the move rook c3, but after bishop f8, he has to play the unpleasant move a3 to avoid losing the exchange. That would be big oops. Rook fc1, simply forgetting about asking yourself a question, why did black play bishop f8? And after bishop b4, white's busted. So a3 is the key move. Now knight a5, b4, and here, very important intermezzo. Rook takes c3, exclam. Notice that he cannot take the pawn, the knight. If he takes the knight, then after queen takes, I am up in exchange and probably winning. So this is very important. He takes the queen, and again, a lot of you will probably play the move knight to c6 on autopilot, but this is not the most accurate move. That's right, you have a much better move with the knight. Let's see if you can figure it out. Well, I already gave you a hint when I said with the knight, right guys? Because there's really only one other good move, knight c4. But you had to see the follow-up. After bishop takes c4, you have another intermezzo move. You see, 3 intermezzo moves in a row, and now rook c8. What happens here is that the bishop pair is completely gone. Black has perfect pawn structure, and only black can be better. So I've equalized easily here. After queen b2, rook takes c4, here we can conclude that black has achieved his dream position. I control the open file. Later on, Larry managed to maintain the equality, and the game should have really petered down to a draw, but his blunder in time pressure was the culprit of why he lost the game. So I welcome you to look at the rest of the game in the PGN attached, but for now, just remember very important highlights from this game. Number one, when bishop goes to b5 check, always block with the knight on d7. We don't want to create targets. The knight on c6 could be taken by the bishop and ruin our pawn structure. Number two, always ask this bishop his intentions, whether he's going to go to d3 or e2. That will give us more information, or if he takes the knight. And finally, once this happens and you've achieved this position, you have to remember the plan. The plan is the knight goes to c6, queen goes to b6, the rook goes to c8, and finally bishop f8, putting pressure on the d4 square with a great position. And then the sequence that happened is more or less forced. After knight a5, b4, rook takes, important intermezzo, knight c4, yet another important intermezzo, and final intermezzo, rook c8 with complete equality. Again, I welcome you to look at the rest of the game where white actually managed to lose due to a really beautiful tactic. So thank you very much. This was Grandmaster Eugene Perelshteyn for chessopeningtoexplain.com, and I will see everybody next time.